So back on our more beautiful website, and let's now make sure that our navigation up here, well, also becomes a fixed navigation bar, which is always visible. Therefore, we have to go back to the code, and we only need the main index.html file and the shared CSS file. We need the index.html file because I want to show you that we have to work on the header right here, because in this header we have our navigation, and specifically we have to work on the class main header because this class includes our brand name, uhost, and of course also the classes with the packages, the customers, and the start hosting button. Now, as I said, we need to go to the shared CSS file because the navigation bar will be displayed on all pages on our website. And in the shared CSS file, we now have to go to the main header class. Well, we have a width of 100% applied already, which is totally fine. We saw it in the theoretical example. We will need that, so let's keep it. But now we have to add the position property with the value of fixed. And before we change anything else, let's see what it looks like by just adding this declaration. And that's really interesting, right? It actually looks quite fine immediately. We have the problem that the image and the slogan are partially hidden below this navigation bar. We'll fix that in one of the next videos. But generally, the navigation bar is fixed and seems to work fine. And this might raise a question in your case, because in the previous video, I added the top 0 and left 0 declarations to make sure that the navigation bar is stick to the left top of the viewport. Now, the reason for that was that we had a margin in our HTML element. If I add an HTML selector right here, like that, and add a margin of, for example, 10 pixels, or let's maybe make 30, so that it becomes really clear, like that. And if I now reload the page, you can see that now the element is not positioned correctly. That's what you always have to keep in mind. As soon as you add a margin to the HTML element or the body element, or basically any parent element of your header, then you have to add the top 0 and left 0 declarations in case you want to stick this navigation bar to the left bottom, to the left top of your page. Sorry for that. Now with that, we can see that although we added this margin to our HTML element, the navigation bar is now displayed correctly. However, we don't need that margin, so we can delete it again like that to make sure we have a clean code. And as we can see, now it looks really fine. The only thing that's not looking fine, of course, is the image and the slogan. As I said, we'll fix that soon. But fixing that will only work if we learn about more values, the absolute and relative values for the position property. But if we go to the packages page, then I can see something which we can already change. Because like for the uhost page right here, I would like to have a background image also on this page. The difference should be that this background image should not be only in parts or on parts of our website, like here. It should be the background image of the entire website, and it also shouldn't move. So it should be kind of a fixed background image. As we want to have such a fixed background image, using the fixed value might not be the worst idea.